Guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today to update you on Kings Cup 2. It's an event in Atlanta, Georgia. You can see it on the screen right now, October 28th and 29th in case you missed it. And the teams have been announced. I want to quickly go over the teams and the format, talk a little bit about all the teams, maybe a little bit of a scouting report, and also want to talk about Clash Royale and esports in general, and what will be kind of a brief bonus video for you guys. So let's hop into it. For those of you who don't know, of course, Kings Cup 2, it's going to be a really cool, unique tournament, over $200,000 of cash prizes, and the teams are going to be composed of 3 people: the YouTuber, the content creator, the pro player, and one of you guys, which is so cool. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that later on in the video. So day 1's going to be open tournament. Day 2 is going to be 8-team tournament bracket. We can see here are the squads. This is what I want to kind of talk to you guys about. First up is Viva La Sparky. Now there's another team with a Sparky name, but we had to make our teams not knowing what the other teams' names were, or even knowing who our pro player was. So I thought I'd go with some love to the more than a trash can on wheels. So I'm with Surgical Goblin. You gotta think they probably paired me with Surge because I was the worst YouTuber, right? I mean, I feel lucky to have one of the best pros in the game. I need to start practicing some decks, but I feel really good about hopefully riding Surgical Goblin to victory. I hope you're not watching, Surge. I hope you're not watching because you expect me to bring my A game, and I'm gonna try. I really am. It's gonna be a lot of money on the line, so of course we're gonna be using some meta decks. We're not gonna get too funky because, hey, $60,000, okay? So the Ultra Knights, Knight spelled right, hashtag Knight spelled right, is going to be Nick at Night and Nem Sensei. Nem Sensei actually struggling right now a lot in CCGS fall season, and I want to say he's 0-8 at the time of this recording, so certainly going to be, you know, some work for Nem Sensei to kind of clear his name. But hey, Nem Sensei, for my money, is still one of the best players out there to watch and to learn from, and I would never discount him. So definitely going to be a tough team. All these teams are going to be tough teams, so I'm going to stop saying it at every single pairing. But you can see the Alvaro and Adrian Piedra, of course, Team Queso representing. Now, according to YouTube Gaming, these names were drawn out of a hat, meaning that they were totally random. I don't know. Seems pretty interesting that they were totally random as we go on here, but hey, that's what they said, so of course I believe them. So Adrian Piedra and Alvaro is going to be a very tough team as well. We have Ted the YouTuber, and we have Achin. Achin, a really good player too. He is he finished number 1 in the spring season of CCGS in Latin America. Of course, Achin, really good. We have Molt, and we have TMD Yao Yao, the Meta Maulers. TMD Yao Yao, of course, winning Kings Cup number 1. Kings Cup number 1 in LA last time, $20,000. Of course, the prize pool has gone way up, or was it 25K? Either way, TMD Yao Yao and Molt are going to be a good team because they're both kind of known for not being afraid to go a little bit off meta. Maybe a giant skeleton out of Molt. We'll have to see. Of course, TMD Yao Yao using the Golem Graveyard deck in his first victory at Kings Cup just goes to show you how much the meta has changed. I don't think we'll be seeing much graveyard this time, guys. The Tower Tornadoes, hashtag Wake Up King, is Clash with Cam and C McHugh, of course, finishing second last season in CCGS. That is the spring season. So that ought to be another good team. And we have Misplaced Rockets. Obviously, Cam also a really good player in his own right. Probably one of the highest in terms of ladder out of any of us here, out of the content creators. I know he beats my personal best. We have Misplaced Rockets. That's Chief Pat and Oxalate. So that's going to be a really tough squad. Both of these last squads are going to be really difficult. Chief Pat and Oxalate obviously winning CCGS North America in the spring season as well. So really good player representing Tribe Gaming. And we have Vitamin C, hashtag Quality OJ. That's OJ and TMD Aaron, who won CCGS Asia. So, man, that's going to be a tough team to go against as well. Man, I'm scared. I'm scared. Even though I got Surge, I'm still scared. What team are you rooting for? It won't hurt my feelings if you're not rooting for me. Now, you can attend this event if you're 16 plus. So not 18, 16. We're moving in the right direction for some of you guys. If you're younger than 16, you can go ahead and just watch the stream and enjoy it. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the format, and then we'll talk about esports. So tournament format is going to be, if I can click on it. Come on, baby. Come on, iPad. Don't let me down. Okay. Day one, it's going to be a long way, right? It's going to be a long road for the challengers. All right, I already asked you who you're rooting for. Now, what team would you pick? What team would you most want to play on to have a shot at the big prizes? So the actual format, once we get to day two, the championship bracket here, you can see basically me, the team captain, the YouTuber, I get to choose who to put forward first in a best of 3 elimination match. You can see here, you can actually go to the website at kingscuptournament.com, both to pre-register and also to take a look at the format if you want to. So essentially what happens is once you lose in your match, your best of 3 matches in conquest format, meaning you have to switch up your deck if you win. You can't just be proficient at one deck. Got to have at least 2 or at least 3 if you get to the final, because it's best of 5. So once you lose, you're out. So then let's say I lose, or let's say the pro loses, Surgical Goblin loses. It's just me and the challenger left. So we kind of, you can see here on the screen, everybody kind of gets crossed off as they lose until the whole team is down and at least one player on the other team is left standing. They'll progress. The other team will move on to the losers bracket. So that's the format, guys. You guys already know it is going to be incredible. I love these events, so I did want to talk again just briefly. Let me go ahead and open up my game here, put on a replay or two for you guys. I want to talk a little bit about the future of esports, because we have CCGS right now. We also have CRL, RPL, and then we have like events like King's Cup and stuff. So let's find a good replay first. Let's find a good replay. Do we want to see I want to see something. I want to see some flying machine action here. So let me find a flying machine deck to put on. Where is it? Come on, help me out. Oh man, I thought I could have sworn there was a flying machine somewhere in here. Did I go buy it? Come on. Come on. Hey, I am in the right arena. Yes, I am. Okay. Okay, so there's no flying machine. Womp womp. All right, we'll just put on a random replay. So guys, the future of esports in Clash Royale, right? So I've been thinking a lot about this. You guys know this is my passion. I love the competitive angle of Clash Royale. So I think a little bit of the onus is going to be on the developer team to make sure they continue to kind of flesh out the esports ecosystem inside the game. Give us more tournaments, basically more ways to, more like kind of a breeding ground, if you will. That's maybe not the best term, to create the infrastructure in-game to make more competitive players, to give them the opportunity to rise and shine within the community. So I think that's really important to get done. After that exists in-game, new tournament system, please. After that gets done, I think that having a nice variety of tournaments, more than just a one-on-one tournament. I like CCGS. I love it. I mean, $1 million tournament, it's hard to complain about that. And in my opinion, you know, show me the money. It proves that the Clash Royale is poised to be an esport. It already is a mobile esport. You don't have a $1 million tournament and not call it an esport. It's an esport, okay? But I do think that my personal preference would be to go into more team format esports, like RPL, like CRL, especially RPL. I'm a huge fan of it. You guys know that I sponsor RPL personally. That's how much of a believer I am in RPL. I think that Chizen and Drew do a really good job at managing the league in a very stern and unbiased way. I think that the league format and structure and promotion and website and graphics and design are all on point. I think the admins also do a very good job. So I would like to see some love from Supercell, but in 2 aspects. Number 1, promote leagues like RPL. That would be really, really beneficial, even if they helped oversee the leagues, if that was necessary. Because when you look at it, I mean, Supercell hired NGE with Supercell oversight to run CCGS. I think that they need to do the same thing. Why not hire a league that's already in existence? Why not go to RPL and say, hey guys, let's do this. Let's make this official next season. Let's make you guys the first team league inside the game. And that's where esports really takes off to me. Look at King's Cup 2. They have teams in a different format. I love it too, because you have pro players, you have content creators, and you have the public. Everybody is involved. I think that's amazing. I love that format. I also think that you should have teams of pro players, such as in League of Legends or Dota or all the big esports organizations on PC, even Vainglory on mobile gaming, and even Arena of Valor. I think that it's important to have teams and to promote team gameplay. So I want to see the future of esports obviously, you know, expand and do well in Clash Royale, but I think it's really imperative that Supercell embrace these teams and at the same time maybe even make sanctioned league play inside the game. That was the other aspect that I mentioned. Add an element of league structure, league tournaments inside the game. That'd be really cool, and you could spectate them. It would cost gems to join as a team. You'd have a captain, you'd have a bracket. It would be so much fun, guys. It would be so much fun. And I tell you what, of course, it might not actually attract more casual players, which is always something that is in Supercell's eyesight. It's always first and foremost. They want to make sure they have a big community. They don't want to ignore the competitive players, but they also want to give love to the casual players to make sure it's sustainable long term, okay? But I think that when you have these big pro teams with a lot of promotion is key. A lot of really nice promotion and production around these events. I think that the casual players will start to look up to them and want to play the game more and want to become better once some of the issues are kind of ironed out. So guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Make sure you go ahead and pre-register at King's Cup in Atlanta, Georgia. I will see you guys there. I'm super excited to meet a bunch of you guys. If you see me, don't hesitate to approach me, take pictures, or call me names. I don't care. I just want to meet you guys. So guys, huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube sponsor. Make sure you check him out. Speaking of great guys in the community who do a lot for everybody, leagues, individuals, casual players, everybody. He's great. Check him out. Give him some love. Guys, thanks so much for watching. And as always, take care, guys.